So what is that stuff?
Happy Easter 2016. Let's fill this thing up with something.
Ryan, you've got one too, baby girl. Look.
Look at that. I'm gonna eat it. Oh, she's debating on eating the chicken.
What is that? Happy Monday, everyone. It's just me and Carter right now. He is here playing in my bedroom. I have got to clean this room up. It is a disaster. As you can tell, it's just a wreck. It's not as much as a wreck as it normally is, but it's still a clutter fest. Hey. So yeah, I'm cleaning up right now. Ryan is actually sleeping. Carter didn't want to take his first nap, which is becoming a regular. But that's okay. He seems to be happy-go-lucky. He's had a stuffy nose too, so he's getting snot everywhere because he won't let me clean out his nose. You gonna help me take the sheets off the bed? Are you saying it? Oh, you're so silly. Good morning, everyone. Yesterday was kind of an emotional, draining day for me. Yesterday I was cleaning my bedroom and Carter was in there with me. I opened up the gate to bring some things out here. I think it was just like laundry or something I was going to take downstairs. And he followed me, which was fine. And I laid the clothes down upstairs here and I went back in the bedroom for something. Next thing you know, I heard a few thumps and then a kid screaming and crying. So of course I ran in here and then realized that he wasn't in the living room. He was down our stairs into the basement area, and oh, my heart sank. I probably jumped this flight of stairs. I normally am really good about keeping this gate shut, and I don't know if it was opened and I just didn't shut it, or if I shut it and then maybe it wasn't shut correctly and he opened it. But anyway, here's what the stairs look like. They just go down into our basement or downstairs living area, but the bottom there is concrete. So he was on his hands and knees when I got to him when he was down there. So I'm hoping that stopped him from hitting his head. He cried for maybe a couple minutes, just like he would with any other type of fall. And then, of course, I think I definitely cried more than he did. I checked him over. I had my neighbor come over because she is a on-call nurse, pediatric nurse, and so she checked him over, said he looked perfectly fine, but because I did not see him fall or how he fell, then I needed to probably take him to the ER to get checked out. So that is what we did. So most of our day was spent at the ER checking him out. We waited for about 3 hours, which is typical for an ER, and then got back there. The doctor came back there, looked him over for 5 minutes and said that he looked fine. Normally they would keep him there for 3 hours, just because if anything's going to happen, it'll happen within 3 hours. But because we had waited 3 hours before being seen by the doctor, she said it was fine to go. You know, reiterated that I'm not a bad mom, things like this is gonna happen. She was very nice, because I felt horrible. Who are you looking at, Biscuit? It's pretty outside, isn't it? Yeah. You want to go out and play in a few minutes? Yeah. You want to go play outside? Maybe?
Here I come. I'm on the run.
Is it fun? Such a gorgeous day out, and we are going to be going to North Carolina. Well, the twins and I, and then a friend of mine, we're taking them to see some friends in North Carolina. My husband can't go, he's got to DJ, but since it is nice out, I decided it's time to clean out the van before we go on our trip. So I've kind of barricaded the kids in this little area so that they can kind of roll around and get some sunlight. We're only going to stay out here for maybe 30 minutes possibly less than that, depending on when they start getting a little sleepy, because it is about nap time, but I did want to get them out and about just for a little bit since they've been kind of cooped up all day. This is kind of our van situation at the moment. It looks a little crowded in there because I have the third row seats halfway up. So I need to get all that stuff cleaned out, and then also I need to clean out all this area along with the front. It's kind of messy, vacuum it out and everything. Just so that we have a nice clean ride for vacation. And then we also go to Mississippi in the middle of April, which is in actually a couple weeks, and so I want to make sure everything's cleaned out for that ride, because it is I think it's an 11-hour ride. So yeah, and I need to figure out some organization stuff too for the van, so that the kids have everything that they need and it's not just all packed up in like different areas. All right, the van is done as much as it's going to get done, because the kids started having a little bit of a meltdown while they were inside, so I had to go tend to them. So I just cleaned up, and here's what the van looks like. This is the very back of the van. I took everything out of it, and I'll put things in as I need it. Also trying to think of some ways to organize it. Cleaned out the middle and the front. I wipe down everything. I even put leather oil on the seats because they are leather, and I wiped down like everything that was dirty. You like your beans and chicken? Is it good? The kids have had their baths and they have got their bottles now before bed. I've got a lot of cleaning up to do before my husband gets home. So we are going to say good night. Say night night. Say we'll see you later. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more updates from us.